Could Aaron Donald return to the Rams? We're going to talk about it. Before we dive into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan, including Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Kick. And in addition to that, just want to let you guys know that today's sponsor is Prize Picks, and you can go and you can get $50 instantly when you sign up and play a $5 lineup. That is 2 to 6 players. You just have to pick two, at least two, and the max of 6, more or less than their projections. And when you do that, you'll get $50 instantly added to your account. And also just want to let you know, of course, that there is a gimme. And right now, you can get Patrick Mahomes as a freebie. So you can start your lineup right away and get Patrick Mahomes as a freebie. Half a passing yard, he'll do that. He'll have more than that. So if you want to get in on the action, use the code JKBogan to do that. And special shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. All right, so Aaron Donald. Could he actually come back to the Rams? The answer is a resounding no, and here's why. Okay, Aaron Donald, even if he wanted to come back, and I'm not entirely sure, he felt very much at peace. I watched a lot of the interviews. He went on some shows. He had his own stuff. And I watched a lot of his interviews, and just the mannerisms, and you could just see just his facial expressions. He's at peace. He is fine with where he is, and the Rams are fine without him. Would it be awesome to have 99 again for another Super Bowl run? Absolutely. But the reality is, it's actually not possible. Shout out to Mike Florio for posting this on Pro Football Talk, because a lot of people are suggesting now the Rams are 8-6. They just won in primetime against the 49ers, sweeping them on the series for the season. Everyone's talking about the Rams this morning and this afternoon. And they're talking about Aaron Donald coming back. Why wouldn't he, right? Well, it makes a lot of sense. However, unfortunately, it's not possible. Here's why. Because according to Mike Florio, the Rams placed Donald on the reserved injured list on July 26th, okay? Per the NFL deadline for emerging from the reserve/retired list, it's the final business day before week 13. We are going into week 16 after this week. In theory, and he did mention this, in theory, the Rams could release Donald from the reserved injured list, but then sign him as a free agent. You could do that. That is absolutely possible. Here's the kicker. However, he'd have to pass through waivers. Surely another team would make a claim. Absolutely. Aaron Donald is not going to clear waivers. No team in their right mind is going to let him go to the Rams. If he wanted to retire, or he wanted to come out of retirement and come back to the Rams, no team is going to allow him to do that. No team at all. Not the Seahawks. The teams that are behind them in the claim, think about this, right? You talk about the playoff teams. How about the 49ers? You kidding me? You didn't just beat us and cost us our season and you're going to get Aaron Donald. They would claim him. Now, does Donald have to play for that team? Absolutely not. But they have his retirement rights now. That also doesn't look very good, right? That doesn't look very good at all. This is also kind of why, like, the Dallas Cowboys, when people were talking about how Andrew Whitworth would go and be a Cowboy at one point because of the injury they had to Tyron Smith, people were like, what? Like, that's not a thing. It isn't a thing. Like, the Rams would have had to release Whitworth, and even if they tried, he has to go through waivers. It's not just he hits the free agency market and now all of a sudden the Cowboys can negotiate. No, he has to go through waivers. His rights have to go through waivers. And Florio mentions in this article, there's a precedent that's been set here. It happened 22 years ago. Washington released Deion Sanders from the reserved injured list. He wanted to play for the Raiders. So they released him. He had the opportunity to play for the Raiders, but the Chargers claimed him on waivers. And guess what? As this article states on Pro Football Talk, The Chiefs, Colts, Steelers, and Titans also made claims for Deion's rights. So as he explains, no, Donald cannot walk through the front door of the LA facility and help the Rams toward another Super Bowl win. Given how they're currently playing, they have a decent chance of making that happen without him. I agree. I think right now, I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. Now, things can change, but if they stay healthy, this iteration of this team, I think they'll win the Super Bowl. I do. And, you know, there's a lot of good to come away from this because with Donald retiring, it forced them to do something a little bit uncomfortable and, you know, forced them to trade up in the second round and get a player, forced them to stay in the first round and get a player. And they end up, coming away with a haul of Jared Verse and Braden Fisk, who should be probably 1-2 in the Rookie of the Year voting. And it's really helped them. And now you look at it long term, and they're set up long term. But with that said, if Aaron Donald could come back, he is 33 years old, 3 years younger than Matthew Stafford. And when Weddle came back out of retirement, he was 2 years into retirement, and he comes back and he's at like way past his prime, and he had a pretty decent, postseason. Imagine what Aaron Donald would do, obviously in peak shape and only being 33. Unfortunately, as long as this is correct, because I believe it is, it's Pro Football Talk on NBC. As long as this is correct, this is it. Like, unfortunately, Aaron Donald can't come back. The Rams are not even going to try and release him and try and claim him because a team would do that, right? And then all of a sudden you're at the mercy of them, and they could just hold on to him. And the trade deadline's over, so you wouldn't be able to trade for him. So, yeah, that dream is dead. It is what it is. I think this team will win the Super Bowl without Donald, so they don't need him anyway. But that would be certainly nice. Watching how much pressure this team generates, having Aaron Donald with this team would be crazy. But that's it. Quick update. Nothing too crazy. Rich Eisen mentioned this, and some other people mentioned this, so it got a lot of waves, and Pro Football Talk was here to stomp on that dream. That's all she wrote, but be sure to check out Prize Picks, today's sponsor, using promo code JKBogan. You'll get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. It's Picksmas, so you'll also get the freebie with Patrick Mahomes and some other stuff to stay tuned on. But that is going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I wish I was giving you better news. I know a lot of you want to see 80-99 back, but that's not going to happen. But yeah, big win last night, and keep it here for all your Rams content. Take care, folks. Later. Just want to let you guys know that we are doing all 22 live breakdowns every single week, Rams football related, over on Kick exclusively. That's kick.com/JKBogan if you want to get in on the action. And if you want a little something more than just football, I also do gaming streams as well. So check that out. Link is in the description, and hope to see you there. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.